2, 1.
Okie dokie. What's up, everybody? It's the Most Deaf Podcast. We're back.
Woo!
They never said we could do it. They said we couldn't do it. And then what?
And then we proved them wrong.
And now they're telling us to stop. And now bots are telling us this is sad.
What is that? What is that one guy saying?
Oh, guy.
What
Casey.
What is Casey saying?
What is
Casey
Casey
saying?
saying?
We're not done. I'm not fucking leaving.
Anyway, everybody, welcome back to the Most Deaf Podcast.
That's right.
Woo!
Welcome back.
So it's been a minute since we've done our podcast. Yeah.
And a lot has happened, people. There's a lot to keep
It's
up with.
been a busy month.
Been a bit of a busy beaver,
It's a
haven't
bit-
we?
it has been, yeah.
Up at the apples and pears, huh?
Anyway, so big news, you guys. So I'm proud to announce that the Your Story team, which is the team that we sponsored for the IE48s, has won 3rd place. Woo! At the IE48 film project. So that's amazing. So much fun.
That's right. And it was a great shoot, and it was nice. You know, it's funny because we're there at the awards event, and we're just like waiting, like, okay, some of the smaller awards to get out of the way first. Like, okay, some of the technical stuff, some of the 48 specific type stuff, and it's like, okay, we haven't gotten anything. And like they don't bring you to the best of unless you win something.
Right.
So it's like we're getting up to the end, and it's like, are we like not going to win anything? Like,
Yeah, it's like, are we just here just because we're here? Like, I was like, there ain't no way we're gonna win anything. Like,
Was this a mistake? Like, did they just put us in the best of just for shits and giggles?
I know, right?
So what happened is that they get through all the other stuff, and then they announced the podium stuff. So it's like, yeah, we won 3rd place, which is great. You know, I think you know, I've brought up the competitiveness before, but I wasn't like super upset or crushed because like, hey, you're on the podium. You know what I mean? You got a medal, and that's great. You know.
Yeah.
And then it's also like congratulations to the people who took 1st and 2nd place. First place film was called Post, and 2nd place was Sorcery Solutions, and that was really good. And so yeah, it's like it's not like we lost on to like BS. Like they were both really good.
Yeah, they were.
They're really good.
We kind of knew Sorcery Solutions. Well, I knew Sorcery Solutions was like gonna make it.
Congratulations to those guys who, yay. Oh, applause.
It's the yellow one. It's the yellow.
Oh, shit.
The one that's labeled applause.
Oh.
Applause by Lady Gaga starts playing.
Applause.
Get struck on YouTube for that one.
Oh,
No,
shit.
for real.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I was happy. And then it's also like, look, the 1st place team was from Oregon. The 2nd place team is from LA. And they're like SAG actors and stuff like that.
Yes.
And then it's like, we got 3rd place. And that makes us by default the best.
In the eye.
And that you can take to the bank.
That's right.
So shout out to Mike. Mike did a great job leading the team.
Good job, Wexler.
Shout out to everybody on our team. Angel, Sue, Trinity, all the rest. You know, Max, especially. Max is VIP, I thought. You know.
The whole family, the whole Matthews family.
The Matthews family, Paco and Olga for letting us use the space and for catering for us too.
Yeah.
And it was a fun shoot. Like, you know, like any film set, like it's a little stressful and you're like under the gun, but it's like, no, we got through it just fine. And then, yeah, I just set up the IMDb page for Babyface as well too.
Nice.
Yeah. So
So now it's official.
now it's official. Now it actually exists somewhere. We've done a lot of stuff with the deaf. There's a lot to catch up with the deaf.
Yeah, we recently attended Mentone Film Festival. So shout out to Mentone, which is it's a small town, unincorporated from my understanding. But you know, I really like the vibe sometimes that Mentone does. It's very what would you say? It's like kind of country. It's kind of...
Yeah, there's a lot of ranches and stuff. Like the town itself is basically one street.
Yeah.
You know, and it leads up to Big Bear, basically, or Forest Falls and Angel Falls and Big Bear and stuff like that. So, yeah, but it's nice. Like the festival, you know, it's in its 7th year, I think, and I think it's kind of gone between organizers and stuff.
Right.
And so this year was put on by the Mentone Chamber of Commerce and Angie. And shout out to Angie and everybody. And we met lots of great people there. We're also talking about getting involved with that next year. which would be great. And talks for that won't start until the new year, basically. But, you know, I was talking to one of the guys, the camera person there, and it's like I see the vision of what it can be, because it's like, look, a lot of the best film festivals take place in small kind of like, you know, cowboy ranch towns like Sundance in Utah, right? Like that started with Robert Redford, and it's like, I want to go to a small out of the way place and just start a film festival, or Telluride, or
Did you guys see that Sundance is moving to Boulder?
I didn't know that.
Oh,
Actually, let me fact check myself before I start.
Yeah, and then Tribeca's in upstate New York. You know what I mean? So a lot of the biggest and best film festivals, they don't need to be in Hollywood. You know, they don't need to be
LA.
Right, exactly. So we went to the Chicano Hollywood producer mastermind course.
Yeah, so me and Casey have been taking. We took the first cohort of the Chicano Hollywood Masterclass, producer masterclass series. Producers Mastermind. And it was so informative. So first of all, shout out to Chicano Hollywood and Johnny Murillo and his whole family, Bet, and all that stuff. They do such a great job. And it was such, like, honestly, all the information that you get, like, Johnny does not gatekeep. And that's amazing, especially in this type of industry. And you know that he just wants the best for everybody. He wants to see the community grow, especially, you know, with Latino filmmakers in particular. And yeah, I'm really happy that we attended. We met a lot of great people.
Yeah, I think too is that we would recommend it heavily for anybody who's interested in getting further in film, or if you want to start working on your first feature, if you want to polish up your producing skills, because it's an 8-week online course, and then there's an in-person thing where that's what we were at this 2 weekends ago. First day is like meeting small businesses to integrate products and businesses and stuff, because that's kind of where it's going if you're looking for financing, is that you got to talk to small businesses. You got to talk to people and start working on like product integration and business integration into your film, because it's not going to be like a studio. You're not going to get Warner Brothers to give you $1 million check or however many millions of dollars. And even all that accounting is crazy because of how many streams of revenue you have to get a film financed.
Well, you're not going to get any money from Warner Bros.
We'll get to that.
Coming soon.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Kind of navigating the new way of getting money for film. And then the second day of it was like a job fair, basically, of getting to know actors and people who are crew or have different roles, and just getting the networking on. Everybody knows networking is so important. So what did you think of the first day, Cindy?
I thought it was great, just also meeting the other people who are in our class and kind of understanding like their projects, what they want to do. And also just growing together, I think, as producers.
It was a lot of people. It was always moving. There were a lot. I think it was around like 50 or 60 people in that room speaking all at once.
Yeah, it was. There was moments I thought I was gonna lose my voice because I was like, I'm talking to everybody. I'm like,
yeah. No, but everybody seemed like prepared, like ready. Like nobody was just kind of like waiting around or like looking around to see like what was happening. Everybody was just kind of like jumping at like any opportunity to speak to anybody, and it was really cool to see like the ambition from like even like actors. Let me get in on whatever you're doing.
And the second part of that second day was like the Shark Tank style event,
which they call the chupacabras.
Chupacabras, yeah. So that was like people pitching their projects to investors and distributors, and
which is such a great opportunity. Just because, like, usually, like I can't think of anybody else that does give the opportunity to be like, hey, you get to actually pitch in front of possible investors, and if they like it, they might invest in your script, or at least have that conversation, continue that. Conversation in the future.
Yeah, and as part of the class segment of it, we both started to develop ideas for our first feature projects, and we each have one, and we'll hold off on those for right now, unless you want to talk about them.
No, that's not personal.
It was if I can add to the second part, the chupacabra part.
Yeah.
It was really nice, or it was good to be in the room where conversations like that were happening, where you could hear like what the thoughts of the investors were. You know, like, you know, like what are your margins, or like who are you going for? Like, where's this project going?
What's your budget?
Exactly. That way,
Your
like,
audience,
you're already ahead in the game. I mean, you guys were lucky that you guys are gonna pitch in March, because you guys heard all of the, you know, the conversations that they were having there 2 weeks ago, to get you guys prepared for that. But it was like, even me, just like not being in this class, it gave me like a really good perspective into like, holy shit, like all of like the little short films are, you know, they're like, the production value can be so much bigger when you start talking about like investors and distributors and like, you know, like if it's going to be on Netflix, who, you know, the type of like content that Netflix will buy in order for it to get on Netflix. Like, it was really interesting to be in a room where I was hearing all of that.
Yeah. See, our strategy too is like, okay, we don't have a script ready or pitch deck or any of that stuff. So we're not going to pitch, but we're still going to corner all the people that are getting pitched to and going to tell them about our project, you know, in a you know, for us, a no stress environment.
Right.
And get legit feedback, because if it's like, if it's not a good idea, or if it's not making sense to them, it'll be obvious.
Yes.
And if you're barking up the wrong tree, start trying something else. Like, try to pivot, think of another idea, come up with that. But a lot of people did great. Like, you know, everybody seemed to be excited about everybody's project. So it seems like it's a big win. I think a few people got greenlit for their stuff. So that's the thing, is like, everybody who's got an idea or who is trying to get to the next level, like, check that out.
Yeah, it's a really good class. Like I said, Johnny's great. And so thank you so much for having us, by the way, Johnny. We really appreciate you. Not only that, I think I also want to announce that Johnny is actually is a member of the board for Desert Empire Filmmaker Foundation.
He agreed to be a board member with us.
So that's amazing. So it's great to have someone who has so much industry experience to be able to guide us through this process. So I'm really happy for that. Like, that's a big win, I think, in my opinion.
And it's been like a crazy couple of weeks, because that weekend alone was like Friday, Saturday was Chicano Hollywood, and then the second, or like later on in the evening on Saturday, we had to go to Mentone Film Festival, and I won an award for Ramsed.
Woo!
I won Best Romance, and that's my 10th, number 10 award.
Add that to the list of laurels.
It's on the list. That's right. It's like to the thumbnail that we used to have, because I took it off of YouTube, because I also got my first distribution for Ramsed
biggie.
too.
Yeah, distribution.
Go ahead and press that button twice.
Woo!
Yeah. Thank you. So I'm on. Wait, you should have saved that one, because I'm on Relay, which is. Thank you, Relay. No,
I'm kidding.
Yeah, there. Thank you.
Relay.
Yeah. Relay is Film Hub's streaming platform. So anybody who is put their film onto Film Hub for distribution, you will automatically get onto Relay, which is great. So that's my thing. I'm going to start pumping that too. And check us out on social, because I'm going to do a giveaway for a free membership or a free account on Relay, so you can check out Ramsed, because now it's exclusive. I took it off YouTube. I'm like, no. Like, I'm just gonna work on this.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's a big news. But yeah, so it's like we had to go from Chicano Hollywood, Chupacabra's producer mastermind, to Mentone Film Fest on Saturday night, and then on Sunday again. So it was pretty nonstop. And then, of course, this last week, we also had to do.
What did you have to do?
The Caravanserai.
Oh, that's right. That's really exciting news. We are involved with Caravanserai, which is a nonprofit located in Palm Springs that helps entrepreneurs with their either nonprofit or for-profit businesses. And they basically help you along the whole process of you developing and refining your idea for your business or nonprofit. And at the end, you get to pitch your idea to see if you get either investors or donors or what have you that believe in your vision. So, and that's an 8-month course.
The Seed Lab Accelerator course.
Yeah. So that's super exciting, because I know they only take about 10 people a year. So luckily, my idea with DEFF and has been accepted. So that's going to open up a lot of opportunity, I think, for us. Yeah. So that's super exciting. So thank you so much to Caravanserai for seeing the vision. Because a lot of people, you know what I mean? Some people don't see the vision. And they saw the vision. So that's really exciting. I think that's really going to help define what we can do here in the IE for filmmakers.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, just more and more stuff keeps happening. More doors keep opening. More people keep saying yes, because it's just, we just keep going. We
don't stop.
And we have like a pretty cohesive vision, I think. And it's obviously pretty lofty and kind of remote, but like, you know, people see the passion. People see that we keep showing up.
Yeah.
That we're doing all the things we're supposed to do. And it's like, you know, you've done a lot of like courses, entrepreneur courses and nonprofit courses and stuff as we've gone into this, because you keep learning more. And, you know, sometimes people have like the concept isn't strong.
Yeah.
And that I think is like the big hurdle for a lot of people is like having a strong concept, because it could be like, oh, I'm going to heal generational trauma by selling crystals or something like that. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to read your dog's zodiac and that's my nonprofit, you know? Sorry, Eric.
Yeah. Going for two things.
Yeah. Oh, those were your two business ideas?
Yeah, my two business ideas.
Wow.
They're incredibly lucrative. Thank you very much.
Actually, they probably are.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, you got to set up shop in Newport Beach and Beverly Hills, and you'll get it. Yeah. Palm Springs. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Which this was in Palm Springs, the Caravanserai. It was very swanky, very cool. There were a lot of very strong business ideas there, and there are some like big change, big idea type stuff, like regenerative micro farming, like you know, permaculture stuff, like a worm guy there, telling people how to make worm beds and stuff, and like I'm into that because I love gardening. You know, you guys know that, and you know, this is a fun time of year for me because all my peppers are in, and I can start. All the stuff is paying off. You know, that's
out the pepper page.
Check out on my personal page. It's all peppers right now.
Pepper Talk.
So, yeah,
Pepper
Talk. Yes. Move over, Book Talk. So, and then what do we have coming up, Cindy?
We have. We're kind of taking a little bit of a breather. I was going to add real quick.
It's the holidays. Everybody's slowing down right now.
Okay, no. But for all of our listeners and viewers, if you guys want to get more involved or if you guys want to help out with the mission, we'd really appreciate if you donate. If you're able to donate, that'd be great. Or also just take our survey because that provides really crucial data for us. So when we go in and apply for grants and all that, we have the data to back up what we need, just so we can start creating our programs. And one of the programs that we want to do is going to be Mixer. So hopefully starting next year, we'll get into what we want to call DEFF Fest. So that's going to be a lot of fun, which is going to be like a film festival. And we want to provide a lot of value in that. So if you guys can help in any way, please go ahead and check out the links in the description.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you watch this far too, then subscribe. hit that bell.
Ding, ding.
Give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment. You know, share it to all your friends. That's the stuff that's the basis we're supposed to cover.
Yes.
And then also coming up,
we have the AF Film Festival. Woo!
AF Film Festival,
which is something that started out here in the Inland Empire for female or non-male filmmakers.
No boys allowed.
No boys allowed. Yeah. Ew, get out of here.
Yucky.
Yeah. So, let me just get that from the top. Okay. So what we have coming up is the AF Film Festival, which is going to be at the KVCR Studios at Valley College, which is a great location. I'm really excited. We're going to be there, that's going to be there conducting interviews and just getting to talk to more people, which is really exciting. And so shout out to the ladies who are putting that all together, like Brianna Navarro, as I lovingly call her, Beyonce, because she is that girl. Beyonce. And then Mariana, and I think there's a couple others. Sorry, it's escaping my mind right now. But I'm really excited for that film festival because it's really cool to have more representation for women. And especially out here in the IE, since we don't have as many film festivals like LA does. So I think it's really crucial for us to have that type of representation. And I'm so honored that they asked me to like be involved. Yeah. So I'm so excited. I think it's gonna be fun. I think sometimes it's like just girls is kind of fun. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean?
It's for the girlies.
It's for the girlies, yeah. It's for the girls,
gays, and days.
Yeah, that's a good saying. I haven't heard that. No.
Well, not for the gays. Not for male gays.
No.
Not for the MLMs.
Wow.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's a lot of the stuff that's happened and that's coming up with us right now. Oh, I will talk about one other thing. Last week, I went back to the ASC Clubhouse and we took young Eddie Lopez.
What's up, Eddie?
Our boy, Eddie, who is one of our OGs in the Filmmaker Friday series. Eddie, I didn't realize Eddie's only 19.
Yeah.
He's only 19.
He's so young.
And he's been doing pro DP stuff since he was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
Like, and I got to say that I have to tip my hat, give him the round of applause for having his head screwed on straight and just knowing what he wants to do and hitting the ground running. So big love to Eddie. But it was an event where it was a book fair is what it was, which just means it's like the merch table is out. But the real the real thing was that Roger Deakins was there signing his book. So you would buy his book Reflections by Roger Deakins, and it was already signed, and then you would wait in line, you'd go and talk to him for a second. You get like 60 seconds to ask him a question, and then he would sign your name, or his wife would sign your name. And so Eddie asked him like about, in Sicario, how did you choose the lenses and the camera you wanted to use? And he was like, well, I used Zeiss Master Primes, and really I just pick whatever's fast and sharp and best camera and just whatever to get out of my way. It's like, cool. Yeah, cool. And then I was like, yeah, Sicario, I love like the gunplay in that movie, all the high-speed operator type stuff that's in that film. And I was asking him about shooting that, and I was like, right, because you have like such a cut and such a kinetic frenzied pace to it, but it's still like calm, cool, collected, which is how like a real tier 1 operator would handle themselves, right? Like it brings the audience into that energy. And I was like, right, how'd you get there? Or how'd you figure that out? And he was like, I just had a lot of pre-production time and worked with the director and storyboarded and thought all the shots out really well. So it's like, right, pre-production time. Whoa. Great. He's like, yeah, I love pre-production. I know. And then I was like, right, but my favorite of yours is Barton Fink. If anybody's watching, that's the movie recommendation for the day is Barton Fink by the Coen brothers, starring John Turturro. That's one of my favorites. So I told him like, I love that film. Can watch it with the sound off, and he was chuffed by that.
Chuffed.
He was pleased to hear that.
And that is your vocabulary word of the day.
There chuffed. It is. Chuffed. Yes.
Not to be confused with chubbed.
Or fluffed.
Yeah.
So that's like the big stuff that's gone on with the DEFF, and of course all the other things. I guess we could talk about. We also recently spoke with Manny Sandoval.
Yeah, shout out to Manny. Woo!
From the Inland Empire Community News, and I would urge you guys to check out IECN, Inland Empire Community News. We had a nice interview, nice meeting with him. Mm-hmm. It was supposed to be an hour-long lunch meeting, and it turned to a 3.5 hour.
Yeah, we were vibing.
We just vibed, for a minute there. So I think if you keep an eye out, you may see something about us coming up. We'll see.
Yeah.
But that's really exciting. And so let's talk about the news.
Yeah, news. That's all you.
Absolutely. News.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to hit a button. There we go. Perfect. The news. So right now, the big thing is there's a lot going on in Hollywood. Things are not like production type stuff. But yeah, like I talked a couple episodes about Taylor Sheridan and Paramount starting up like a proposed $1 billion studio lot in Texas near Austin. It looks like Taylor Sheridan is bailing on Paramount now, which is a pretty big.
Wow.
It's only been like 3 weeks since we filmed that too.
I know. And then also Warner Brothers is heavily in debt and looking to be purchased, which is Warner Brothers Discovery, So that's HBO, that's Discovery, that's all of those media companies together. So the big players right now are Paramount, of course, who are acquiring as much as they can to just have like kind of I think it's what's happening is, pandemic caused all the streaming platforms to explode, and every one of them got a huge cash injection because nobody had anything to do other than watch TV all day for a good 2+ years. And then, of course, pandemic ends and nobody's really watching TV, and they're like, why do I have 12 streaming services? Like, now it costs more than cable used to cost.
Right.
So it's like that's all dying off. And so, right, I think it's like it's going to reconsolidate into like maybe 2 or 3 big players. And it's like Paramount is the one making the moves to like kind of snatch up all the people who are kind of falling by the wayside or experiencing difficulty. So it's like Paramount, Comcast, Netflix, and then Saudi Arabia's foreign investment fund, foreign investment program. So that's like 4 big players looking to get in on the action to scoop up Warner, because you'll get all this Warner Brothers library stuff. It looks like Tom Cruise is divesting from Paramount too. And he's been responsible for their biggest hits of like Top Gun Maverick was like the film that kept theaters open in 2022 when it came out. Otherwise, without
that was an amazing movie. It was such a fun movie. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't.
It was like I had fun in the movie theater.
What is?
No, we watched it at home. We didn't see it in the theater.
Oh, just kidding.
Yeah.
But it was such a fun. I wish I would watch the movie theater.
Are you aware of the first Top Gun film?
No. Is it anything like James Bond?
No. No, Mission Impossible is sort of the analog of James Bond.
I've seen Mission Impossible.
Yeah, and that's Tom Cruise's like personal franchise too, essentially. So, because the funny thing, let me let me digress real quick. Mission Impossible was a show from the 60s, spy show, and it was about like a team, right? The first Mission Impossible movie, directed by Brian De Palma, they kill off the team in like the first act, and it's Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt is like the guy, and so each of those films is about Tom Cruise, super spy. And then they built the team back up in later movies where it's like Simon Pegg and I'm trying to think of the other guy in it, but yeah, it became a team series again over time. But it was
like a vanity project
converted to a vehicle for Tom Cruise, and that's the first one came out like 96, 97, something like that. And now there's 8 of them,
Yeah.
And they're the last like 4 have been under Tom Cruise's personal production company, TC Productions. There's also this thing about, I just saw this article from the other day, from last week. 600 Paramount Skydance employees quit instead of returning to the office, and it cost the company $185 million.
Oof.
Yeah, so
change.
It's they're investing billions to acquire as much as they can, and now employees are like not about it. And it's interesting. The Saudi Arabia Foreign Investment Fund is a really interesting thing. In my master's program, National Security Studies, there were a lot of Saudis in that class, and I made friends with all of them because they're all a blast to hang out with. They're all super fun. So,
shout out to the Saudis.
Shout out to the Saudis. I love Saudi Arabia, and we do need donations. So, actually, they offered me a job to teach out there, and I didn't take it, but I should have because I'm not very smart. I got into film and nonprofit instead. Yeah,
not the most,
Yeah.
Anyway.
But in any case, like Saudi Arabia is an interesting case right now because they're trying to divest from the oil industry for obvious reasons. Like, yeah, that carries the base of the whole economy there. So now it's like there's trying to be like this Saudi Arabian coffee thing. Saudi Arabia is a sports and racing destination. UFC.
Do they have the
boxing.
chocolate? No, that was Dubai.
That's Dubai.
My bad.
I think there's Saudi Arabian companies who are bringing that over or making that like the thing. But yeah, so Netflix bidding for Warner Bros. Discovery is interesting because that's causing like antitrust monopoly concerns with with government. So that's become like a big issue too.
Yeah.
So this one is for me though, as a news thing. They just dropped production stills from the live action Legend of Zelda movie.
Ooh.
Wait, I need to look at that.
You want to see this?
Yes.
You want to take a look, Eric?
Do you know where it fits in the timeline?
Well, I mean, the timeline is such a mess, know. And I think they're just going to have to start fresh, or it's going to have to be like the Mario Bros. Movie. You know what I mean? Like, but I think it's good that they went live action for Zelda.
Who's the actor?
They're like both unknowns. Like I don't.
I
really
love
know.
that.
Yeah.
Unknowns. They look Scandinavian.
Good. You mean they look European?
Oh yes, European.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, Scandinavian. Blonde hair.
Link
Look
and
Aryan.
Zelda are like white. Are they supposed to be white?
Are they not in the games?
I guess.
You know, like, clearly Link is Samoan in the game.
Clearly.
If you've ever played a Zelda game, Link
He's-
is clearly Polynesian.
Well, Link is like a twink, isn't he? Like he's like a
Link the
little-
Twink.
Yeah, Link. Well, Link is like a twunk.
He's a
It
twink.
depends.
Yeah, 'cause
It
if he-
Depends on the game.
Because some games he's like a kid, you know,
Oh,
like Link's
Right.
Awakening, and then the first part of Ocarina of Time, and
He's young.
but like Breath of the Wild, Link is definitely like entering
twunk.
into twunk territory.
yeah.
Maybe, and probably Twilight
play
Princess
him,
too.
I would play him without a shirt on.
Yeah. So, but I think it looks pretty good. Like, and I also like this is so minute, but it's green tunic Link. It's not blue Breath of the Wild
Oh, it's very crucial.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
or Tears of the Kingdom. You know.
That sounds like fun though. I would want to be on that set. That sounds like magical.
How cool would that be? I mean,
I wonder, do you know where they filmed it?
does it say in there, Eric?
It just says Lush.
Lush. They filmed in Lush. Lush Cosmetics headquarters.
Cosmetics headquarters.
They filmed at House Labs.
And lush natural settings. That's all it says.
Wow.
Well, I wouldn't put it past them to do like New Zealand or something like that.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true.
Or maybe Iceland or something. I don't know.
I wonder how the
it'll all
soundtrack's
come
gonna
out because
be.
this is like 3 production stills. It's just like it's the one of Link and Zelda together, and then like 2 close-ups basically. But
It looks cool though. I think a lot of video game movies are starting to really
like, did you see
develop.
the close-ups?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
saw the
Yeah.
close-ups.
Yeah. So I think they look good. I think the casting is good because they were first saying, or there was rumors about Hunter Schafer playing Zelda.
That would have been so good. Yes, I did see that on like Twitter like a
Who?
couple years ago.
Hunter Schafer from Euphoria.
I don't know.
She would have been good. She's a Scandinavian woman.
She's a Scandinavian.
She looks European as hell.
I see it. I see the vision. She's like otherworldly. You know what I mean?
I guess so.
She's,
Hylian.
She's like kind of like alien.
Alien.
She's Hylian.
Or she is Hylian.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She's
Yeah.
serving highly.
She should play Sheik. I'd be fine with that.
I think that's the issue that I'm having with that I saw with the 2 actors is
Yeah.
that like they don't like they just look like European. You know, like they need to have like this like
What is the aesthetic of Zelda? Like to you?
of Zelda or
the
Like
franchise, the game franchise.
like okay, I think like Norse-y,
Scandinavian.
Scandinavian.
So what's the problem?
I guess you're right. No,
It's
but
just
like,
reflexively.
but like if we know that it doesn't exist in this world, like
You can just make it up.
you kind of
yeah.
have to go with like that face that looks
Well,
like
it's always there's Gerudo. There's clearly like Arab Moroccan people.
Yeah, that's
in
true.
Zelda and Gorons, like rock eating, like gnome dwarf, like
and
things.
who do you think they're gonna use for that?
Yeah, CGI.
Yeah, Casey.
Samoans?
Cut. You know what? And we're gonna take a break.
Dude.
And we're back.
I know, right?
Yeah, who's gonna play the Zora?
What'd you call me?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
A Sora?
Azora.
I don't know, like Filipinos.
That's why for some reason I was thinking that too. The water people.
The water people?
Yeah, the Hawaiians or
Yeah.
something, Polynesians. You know, I mean,
Oh.
you're gonna do the prosthetics because they're dolphin people. You know, what I
Yeah,
mean?
like they
yeah.
don't exist.
Yeah,
They're like the what is it? What are the people? Nami from
No.
Nami?
Avatar,
Avatar.
Navi.
Navi.
Yeah,
Oh.
which of course is funny because Navi is the fairy.
The fairy.
Hey, listen.
I thought you were talking about the one desert girl from Breath of the Wild.
Uh huh. I know who you're
What's her
talking about.
name?
I
Like,
can't think of her name, but
Nami?
no.
Nairobi.
Nairobi. That's all for right now, guys. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and also there's links in the description down below. If you want to follow us on Instagram, if you want to leave a donation, we appreciate it very much.
So, two, if you're interested in donating to us, let's explain a little bit about how that works, where you're going to go to Give Butter in the page for the Desert Empire Filmmaker Foundation. What happens is that goes to our fiscal sponsor, the Arts Connection, who are established 501c3 major arts organization in the region. And so what happens is that they process the donation. It goes straight to a 501, and that gets you a tax receipt for your donation, and then they pass on part of that to us. Mm-hmm. So, but a good chunk of it. So, bear that in mind. Know that it's going to go not just to us, but basically two organizations that are going to benefit arts in the Inland Empire.
Yeah, and what Arts Connection, they do keep a certain percent, and that's basically to oversee us as well. So rest assured that your donations are being monitored and spent correctly. So, yeah, we would appreciate any support that y'all can give. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.